Hey everyone, welcome to GardenFork. Quick bee check on a Nuke we installed a couple weeks ago. Just kind of come along for the ride. Ready? Here we go.
Make, fix, grow, cook. GardenFork.
So we're on my buddy Brian's Brooklyn rooftop. If you've seen our other beekeeping videos, it's urban beekeeping. This is Brooklyn, New York. Manhattan World Trade Center is right there. Statue of Liberty is over there. Greenwood Cemetery, Green-Wood Cemetery, is right there. 500 acres of basically botanic garden quality plants and mausoleums. So it's a great place to have bees. Gotten some negative comments about my beekeeping in the city, thinking people, they make this polluted honey or something. That could be just, they're just wrong. I don't know, I guess I could figure out some nice language for that. All these backyards, well not all of them, but many of them have fruit trees. They have other, like maples, cherry, and then there's like people that grow all sorts of gardens here. So a lot of just a diversity of pollen and nectar. Here we are. This is a Nuke I got from Tom in Long Island, the North Fork. Super nice guy. I'm really excited about having this Nuke, so we're going to take it open and we're just going to make sure, just kind of like a health check, you know? So I've got another super of frames ready to go. If they're already blown out of the second medium there, I'm ready to put in a third one with, this is drawn comb, which I'm lucky to have. It's from a dead hive last year. You may have just frames and foundation, which is totally okay. I'm a big fan of black plastic foundation. I'll link below to the information about that. That works for me. Maybe something else works for you. If these guys are ready, we're gonna drop this on as the third super. And that constitutes the brood super, the brood part of the hive. Does that make sense? Pretty quiet. See how they're kind of peeking up going, hey, what's going on here? Mostly women in the hive here. Oh, the workers are women, you know. The drones are male. They're kind of like big black Labradors, the drones. Shaky cam. All right. Nothing on here. Usually this has got honey in it or sugar syrup on a mature hive. Oh, they're just beginning to put some honey in here. So I always pull out that first frame and then I can move these frames over. It's a little easier that way, less chance of crushing a queen. Ooh, capped honey. Very nice. More capped honey. This one, the honey is in the corners. They're gonna lay eggs in here, probably. Ooh, the eggs are already laid. Wow. Right in here. If you blow, the bees get out of the way. Right in there are tiny little, looks like white worms. That is freshly laid brood. Also, if you look at the bottom of that frame, there are no swarm cells. So if you were in a rush or being bonked a lot, you could stop right now because you've seen that the hive is what's called queen right, which means the queen is present because those little worms have been laid in the past few days. That means the queen was alive and probably still is alive. The more work you do in this hive, if you're not careful, you can crush the queen. So maybe you want to leave it at this, but I'm just going to take a little closer look because I'm only being bonked by one bee. They're starting to put pollen in here. You can see the pollen they're dropping in. Nice, very nice, capped brood. These are eggs that have been laid, have matured, they've sealed them off. They're now in their pupa stage or larva stage. I always get the words messed up, but this is a very good sign. Nice pattern. What's called a nice brood pattern there. Full, just completely full of capped brood. Notice though, these queen cups. That could mean they're getting ready to swarm. It could mean they just sometimes make some queen cups. More uncapped brood. They look like curled up worms at this stage. Notice this metal angle, piece of metal. It's a piece of metal that's bent at a right angle. I installed those separate. It makes it so much easier to lift the frames out of your boxes. I put them in all my boxes. And in my honey supers, I have the 9-frame spacers in there. So your frames don't get stuck to that metal like they get stuck to wood. So neat little add-on, very cheap to do. Slowly just moving these back. You don't want to crush the bees. I kind of tap them a little bit. So I'm just going to do a quickie check for any swarm cells on the bottom box, okay? And I don't see any swarm cells here. So there's no swarm cells, so that is a good sign. Okay. So these guys are doing quite well. So I put on the 3rd super. I've got a deep, medium, medium. So the question of when to put on another brood super is one of just kind of learning. I'd rather err on the side of too early, because if they get too jammed up in the hive, they want to swarm, boom, done, you're out. So if I give them more space and I got the boxes, you know, I'll put them on. So as Jim Fisher, my teacher, told me, bees don't read books. I do have some book recommendations. I'll link, the links will be below the video. Just click the little down arrow there. Again, should be some stuff here to watch. Let me know your thoughts, because I always learn from you guys. And just make it a great day. Go out and do something cool. And karma is boomerang. Remember that. See ya.